Hello, hello, hello. This is Cyborg
and Bumblebee.
And today we're talking about
Ultimate Universe, 2 years in.
So
number one.
This is going to be heavily going towards the Guardians of the Galaxy, but not the MCU Guardians of the Galaxy, at least not all of them.
The Ultimate Universe Guardians of the Galaxy from the future.
Yes, and it's going to be a lot of deaths.
The issue starts off with Star-Lord, Gerard, and Gary attempting to, their thinking was that they were going to fuse this new, or this Maker's universe with a dead universe so that they could hopefully bring back their future reality. But it didn't work out like that.
No, it never does.
No, because things went wrong and Gary and Gerard don't make it.
Yeah, no. Not even a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And the only one that made it through that situation was Star-Lord, and he's kind of going to be going through it in this issue. But we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, more or less, but still pretty good.
So Captain and her team meet up with other Guardians of the Galaxy, because apparently the Guardians of the Galaxy is this large network of heroes, mutants, whatever you want to call it, that are going around the universe, the galaxy, if you will, and protecting different worlds in the universe / the galaxy, if you will. And she said that there's 25,000 Guardians of the Galaxy scattered through time.
And that's the only ones that we actually know are available.
So, yeah. A lot of these
could be more.
Yeah, a lot of these characters are, scattered through time. So they, I guess, one of their missions or things that they have that they were doing in this issue was going through time and kind of picking up these other members, which we see, Star-Lord is kind of off doing his own thing, and we see him trying to, I guess, heal somebody, or that's what it looked like at least. Because the people that were meeting with Captain Marvel were asking where Star-Lord was. And then she's like, he's on a mission of his own.
He's on a mission of discovery.
Mm-hmm. Then we see Cosmo wake Captain Marvel up and let her know that he has caught the scent of somebody. And they go and try to pick her up. And who did they find?
Bum, bum, bum.
Ultron 82. And she is in 2000 BC... Dromolen, South Africa.
Oh, dang. What the heck are you doing all the way out there? Well, I know why, but still.
So they come to pick her up, and she's like, no, I want to stay and observe. I want to, this is important research. I want to research and observe what's going on here.
We need you. We need you back. There's a lot of mess going down, and we ain't got time for it today.
But then they're like, okay, that's fine. But here, take this temporal flare. When you're done observing and collecting whatever research you want to do, let us know and we'll beam you up. Right. Not really, but we'll come get you.
Yes.
You can stay, but we'll, send up the flare, the signal, and we'll come get you.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see Star-Lord has come back to the ship, and he's kind of he's looking a little green. There's mention that the ship, the ship's power is powered by hope. So the ship is kind of running low on hope right now because of everything that happened with the 2 deaths of their fellow teammates.
I mean, yeah.
They go and they catch scent of someone else, and they go to, let's see, Morrow, 13 million BC? Wait, did I say? Okay. The other one was 2 million BC. I said 2000, 2 million. This is 13 million BC. And they have come and they're looking for Nova. And they see that these, I guess, inhabitants of this planet, if you will, have helmets that look like Nova's helmet, and they are a little confused, and they're like, what's going on here? And they ask one of them, and they're like, okay, well, we'll show you the way.
So before she gets to that part, you're gonna see something that is a bit disturbing, or at least I find it a bit disturbing. Because you see somebody who's wearing something they shouldn't be wearing.
Apparently, them coming, the Guardians of the Galaxy, well, I'll get to the point. Nova crashed down here and lived out his life, and he has now passed away. But his legacy, if you will, if you want to call it that, has what's the word I'm looking for? Has been left behind and twisted in a way.
Yeah.
So, but he told them that his friends, the Guardians, were the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they might come to look for him. So they know of them.
They've been waiting.
And when they go in, they see, I guess, the king or the ruler has squeezed himself into Nova's outfit.
Again, it does not look good. No. It looks disturbing.
And they show them, I guess, Nova's skull. And yeah, his teachings have been perverted, if you will. Twisted.
A little bit.
They come back to the ship. They have Nova's helmet now. They took it from him.
Yeah.
The Nullifier has busied himself with learning abstract chronomechanics in the Great Negative Zone, nihilist philosophers. Yeah. So he's doing research into that. And Captain Marvel had come to talk to him, but he wasn't listening because he was too busy learning, if you will.
I guess.
Meanwhile, Star-Lord is looking very green and is kind of burdened up, but he has kind of sequestered himself in his room and letting himself ruminate, I guess. We'll see why later in the book, but
yeah, because right now I don't know. Well, I do know, but for your sake, I don't know.
And then the next person that they go and locate is none other than Daredevil, or a version of Daredevil, if you will. And what he has been doing or occupying himself with is finding, I guess, different points or different, I guess, important moments in history, and I guess locking them in his cosmic hypercube as a way to protect things.
That's all fine then, but let's not forget the fact that he also is in a weird, like,
the art style changed.
Yeah,
is what we're getting to.
It's not horrible, but it's just interesting.
The art style changed it for this section of the book. Probably, well, I guess in a way to differentiate it and to show that the type of headspace that he was in.
Right.
And apparently, or I guess this version of Daredevil has very interesting powers, and he can kind of rewrite reality in a way.
Which is cool. Don't get me wrong. It's just a little weird because Daredevil.
It says that he's omnipotent.
I mean, that's not totally against what.
So he was able to kind of rewrite, like when his friend, well, I say friends, when the Guardians of the Galaxy were coming to attack him, he kind of like rewrote things and made it so that they were willingly going to jump into the cosmic cube and willingly go into the cube and get quote unquote saved.
I guess, even though that's not what really happened.
Yeah.
But he rewrote history and the whole thing of everything, basically.
Mm-hmm. But they were all fighting, and then Captain Marvel finally gets through to him, or he finally realizes that, hey, this is not actually going to help anything. And she's like, you're locking all these things into this cube, but when you lock them into this cube, they can't grow or change, or, they're kind of just stuck, stagnant in a way. And he, kind of just realizes, and they open up the cube and let everything out, let them go back to where they need to be. And now Daredevil is back on the team. They have collected him back on the ship.
Yeah.
Star-Lord is still ruminating on his own. The Nullifier is outside the ship, out in space, and Captain Marvel comes to talk to him. And apparently what he was going to do is he was going to, shoot a bullet into the galaxy and kind of just say, take the whole galaxy out. and nullify. That's why he was doing the research into the quantum chrono abstract chrono mechanics,
whatever you want to call it,
because he can nullify whatever he understands. So he was trying to understand the chrono mechanics so that he can kind of just take out the whole world or universe, if you will. But Captain Marvel was like, no, we can't just do that. There's so many people and beings that we would just be taken out for, and for what reason? So she talks him out of it. They get an alert of a flare. Captain Marvel thinks that it's America Chavez, but it's actually Ultron 82. They come and get her, and she kind of reports back saying that pretty much bad things are going to happen.
Yeah.
We can't, the time that they're from, this utopia that they're from, is not a reality, if you will. Like, there's ebbs and flows. There's good times and there's bad times. So there's no, how do I say this? Stopping the maker ain't gonna stop
the bad times from happening.
Yeah.
It might just delay stuff.
And pretty much, and also pretty much saying that, like, the quote unquote utopia that they're from, like, after that, there's going to be bad times. Like, there's no stopping the maker isn't going to be the answer to their problems.
Yeah, it might just somebody else is going to come and do it, because there's always going to be a big bad. It don't matter who it is. It's just a matter of whose turn it's going to be.
And there's a note from America Chavez, and this note says, "Save what you can," because the motto, if I remember correctly, was, the Guardians of the Galaxy is save everything, but they can't really save everything all the time.
Nope.
So they're going to have to save what they can.
And who they can.
Mm-hmm. They come back to the ship, and then they see Star-Lord come out, and he kind of puked up this black and green goo that turns out to be one of the Guardians of the Galaxy named Madrox, who is like a hive mind a colony of microorganisms, a hive mind. And the way to bring him back was to incubate and allow him time to duplicate.
Yeah, replicate, same difference. You know,
get the numbers of the little microorganisms that make him back up. So that's
to a stable level.
Yeah. So that's what Star-Lord was doing. He was being the incubator.
And that's why he was looking so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Because he shouldn't have been doing that, but he had to do it.
Yeah. So now our team, we have the Nullifier, Captain Marvel, Star-Lord, Madrox, Daredevil, and Ultron 82, and Cosmo.
Mm-hmm.
They are now all together in a team, and they are going to save what they can.
If they can.
So that is their new motto. How did you like this book?
I will say it was actually pretty good. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be heavily on the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I was not mad at it.
I wasn't sure what I was thinking this book was going to be about, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I thought it was going to be a continuation somewhat of the Ultimate Universe 1 year in that they did last year.
Right.
But I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, it's pretty good because it gives you more in depth on everything that's going on, not just partial.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. So now we know more about the Guardians.
And we know that they're going to be involved some way in the Maker thing.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting.
Or at least on a galaxy-wide level.
Yeah.
While the Ultimates are trying to deal with the Maker on Earth in present day.
I think that they're going to come into play later.
They probably will.
Or they might come into play when the time comes, you know?
Yeah.
So you guys check it out for yourself. Support your local comic book store. Support. Mm-hmm. And if by some reason you are unable to get there, you can always check out your local comic book store. I mean, not comic book store, the app. Sorry.
The Marvel Unlimited app.
Where you can read it with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, on a plane, on a train, anywhere at any time. We love you guys. And as always, peace. Happy New Year's.